Dear people on the internet, my 19-year-old daughter wanted me to make this video, and I at first thought it was a bad idea because people can be judgmental, and then she brought to my attention they are anyway, so it doesn't matter. So here I go. I am on SSI for physical disability. I used to work, but there comes a time in a person's life when their body just breaks down. And I'm saying this because I also have a 12-year-old autistic daughter who's also on SSI. And a few months back, I get a letter stating that they're going to start decreasing my SSI due to overpayment. And I called and I said, "What do you mean by overpayment? You guys didn't overpay anything." And I'm pretty good in math, so I keep track of everything. And the man from Social Security Administration, he was pretty insulting, I should say. Now, I don't mean name calling, but yelling at me and condescending me like that. And so I said, "Sir, I'm on SSI due to a physical disability, not a mental disability. So please stop talking to me like I'm a child." Anyway, so I felt I was getting nowhere with that phone call because I was right. So I put it in writing, a request for an appeal. So once I did that, then they took money from my check without saying anything to me, responding to my request for an appeal. And so then I put in for another appeal. I know it gets okay. Anyway, then they took more money out. And so I thought, something is very shady going on here. And I know it is because every time they would send me a letter, they would give me a different amount I owe them. One time it's 200 and something, another time it's 1100, and sometimes 3000, and their figures are not adding up. And so I reported them. I reported them to the Inspector General, and I asked them to please have the Social Security Administration investigated for fraud. Okay. Then, and when you report them to Inspector General, Social Security also gets a copy of the complaint you posted. And I knew that, so I went in with my eyes wide open. But next thing I know, like a day or two later, I get a letter from DHS stating that the Social Security Administration got a hold of them and told them that they decreased my checks. They actually decreased it to zero, but anyway, so DHS said that they're going to have to lower my food stamps. And I'm thinking, how can they lower the food stamps that I don't get? If you can find a logic in it, let me know, because I don't get food stamps. Anyway, and now they have targeted my 12-year-old daughter, and her checks are down to $300 a month. And this is where that gets really dicey and interesting, like this wasn't already. But my husband called them up because first they sent him a letter because they brought her down to 700 something. Then they sent him a letter saying that they're going to lower hers to 300 something. So he calls them and he says, you can't take money from a 12-year-old girl. And what they told him was, well, we'll keep it at 700 and something. And only if you take partial retirement now. Does Social Security normally threaten people into taking partial retirement? Because I'm pretty sure they don't. Anyway, so he did say, fine, he will. And let me tell you something about the Social Security Administration. When you call them, they have a recording that says this call may be recorded for quality purposes or something like that. And I mentioned that because I was looking it up, and if you make a verbal agreement, it's called a verbal contract, okay? But you got to prove that verbal contract. They don't have to prove it because they have a recording of my husband agreeing to take partial early retirement. So they said he has a phone appointment on the 10th of this month. Well, they lowered my daughter's checks anyway to 300 and something, and they took my husband's retirement money. Yeah. So this has really been a real downer for me. I even skipped out on Thanksgiving because it's hard to eat with your stomach's completely tied in knots, okay? But I'm telling you this because I need for you people, please make this video go viral all the way up to the White House. Sorry about that. I forgot to add, I'm standing up now, but I forgot to add that myself and my daughter, it's not only happening to us, it's happening to a lot of people. Everyone I talk to is going through the same thing. And it's not just my state, it's other states as well. People are having their SSI lowered, their Social Security lowered, or taken away, of course, and their retirement taken from them. And they're getting the same letters we are called overpayment. And so, once again, please share this video. Let's make it go viral. Let's make it go viral all the way up to the White House. And I thank you. Bye.